Hello and welcome to this short explainer video on the B4Real platform. My name is Todd Pierce. I'm the head of growth here at B4Real, and I'm excited to quickly show you exactly what we're doing with the B4Real platform, how it works, and obviously, if you like what you see, how you can get involved. But let's dive into this. So, B4Real is all about buying and selling real estate with crypto, as you can see on the screen. Now, our mission, our goal is to effectively help these two large markets converge, that being the real estate market and the crypto market. In effect, democratizing real estate ownership and exposing real estate professionals to a new demographic of buyers and sellers. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, geez, Todd, why now? And the answer is simple: affordability, revolution, and need. So it doesn't take a rocket scientist, right, to see the elephant in the room, which is affordability, right? If we go back to 1980, the average income was $15,800 and the average house price was roughly $40,000, which is a 2.5 times difference. That is very affordable for most people, right? Very, very affordable. However, if we fast forward, right, we turn the hands of time forward, what we see in the year 2022 is that the median income is $62,868, and the average house price, right, the median is actually $714,146. And this here is where it gets scary. That's an 11.3 times difference. And this is what people are feeling, right? Mortgages are larger than ever before, repayments are larger than ever before, and the fact is that income has not grown in a substantial way in relationship to prices. And this is a disparity that is driving buyers to crypto as a way to generate the wealth needed to afford to buy real estate. And the sad part about it is that unfortunately, real estate professionals and lenders, they're a bit left behind, right? They're behind the ball when it comes to this market. And as a result, you've got buyers that are underserviced. Now, we've also got financial revolutions at the exact same time in regards to market forces. In response to the financial shenanigans that were occurring around 2008 and the big bailouts that occurred, Bitcoin was created. Now, crypto as a broader ecosystem has proven an effective way for a lot of people to make some exceptional money over the last 13 years. And when we look at blockchain itself, these solutions offer transparency, security, and efficiency to legacy sectors such as real estate, which is what we're so excited about. So, what's the problem? The problem is fear, costs, and change. So let's look at this for a second. So banks right now are reluctant to work with crypto. Even though some banks come out and do say that they're going to be working with crypto, the fact is that this makes it very challenging for buyers who that have got crypto, that want to use that crypto in some shape or form to obviously purchase real estate. And a big reason why is that tracing funds is important for anti-money laundering. And the fact is you need to prove where that money came from, how it was generated, and some banks put that in the too hard basket, and as a result, the buyer can't get finance, which is a big problem, right? The next problem you've got is that real estate professionals, they've got a knowledge gap, right? And that knowledge gap prevents them from capitalizing on this opportunity, right? This is due to a lack of standardization, understanding, I guess, and having suitable collaborative technologies on hand. Plus there's a level of perceived risk and inconvenience which act as a large roadblock for real estate professionals really getting in and sinking their teeth into this massive opportunity, which is the crypto/real estate market. Then you've got, right, specifically for buyers, the rising prices that are creating a barrier to entry for people to purchase real estate, right? Rapidly increasing prices are squeezing would-be buyers out of the market. And the fact is, right, is that there are entire cohorts of people that just due to their income levels, right, their economic circumstances, they will never be able to afford to buy a home or investment portfolio in real estate unless things change. And that's where we start to step in. So what's the solution? Systems, networks, and a platform. Let me explain. So what's the big idea? The big idea is this: B4Real will be the nexus, right? The connection point between the most volatile market in history and the most stable market in history, that being crypto and real estate. Unlike other platforms though, right, that are simple marketplaces, B4Real is an intelligent end-to-end solution for listers, people that are listing their properties up for sale, the real estate professionals, etc., and of course, buyers, right? We all know this. If you've been in crypto for a second, you probably know crypto can be complicated. B4Real makes it simple, and that's what's very important. So let's take a look at our solution, right? Our solution is to change the game. So if you wanted to go out there today and purchase real estate, let's talk about the old way, right? So if you wanted to find real estate, what would you do? You'd use legacy marketplaces such as Domain, realestate.com.au, etc. And that's how you find a property, or alternatively, you list a property for sale. The next thing you do, right? What about converting your crypto from obviously crypto into fiat, right? AUD. What would you need to do? You need to use a centralized exchange such as Binance or CoinSpot. So if you don't have those tokens, that crypto on those exchanges already, you need to send it to those exchanges, cop the fees there, convert it into AUD, and then go about your business, right? And then also prove to the banks where that money came from. Talking about banks, what do you need to do to get a mortgage, right? You need to struggle with the banks. You need to prove, where did this income come from? How did it start at $1,000 and go up to $50,000? You have to prove the whole thing every step of the way and still risk them knocking you back because they're too risk averse. Fractionalized ownership. What do you do right now? You've got unit trust setups. And then what about exclusive deals? Well, the fact is that most general public don't have access to exclusive off-market real estate opportunities, right? Unless you know someone, unless you're in the right circles, you typically will miss out. And of course, what about qualified advisors? People that can give you the right kind of advice to make the right kind of decisions from a legal, tax, and financial perspective. Well, the fact is, when it comes to crypto, it's difficult to find. It's difficult to find. So what's our solution? It's B4Real. We are an all-in-one platform, everything in one place, so that way you don't need to go to 50 different places to produce one result that's important to you, i.e. buying a home, buying an investment property, whatever that might look like. So how does it work? Works like this. So B4Real uses an integrated system approach to conduct the real estate transaction in and of itself. Very simple, 5 quick steps. We've got a marketplace for listing properties and browsing. We've got a buyer's concierge, which allows you to, if you're a buyer, to pre-input your criteria, and we can match you with listings that fit that criteria. We've got B4Finance, which is our lending arm, right? This here is crypto-friendly lending, so we can help you out if you need a mortgage and sort that out at extremely competitive rates. We've got secure escrow for holding that crypto. That way real estate professionals don't need to learn a whole new field of understanding to how to actually handle funds. And of course, we're a registered digital currency exchange, which means conversions happen in-house. Buyer pays with Bitcoin, the seller receives AUD if that's what they wish. Now, that's the first part, right? That's the conducting the transaction, making that super simple, very convenient, and of course, very easy. Then you've got the affordability question, right? B4Real provides a direct solution to affordability. We do this in 4 steps, right? Number 1 is tokenize fractional ownership. Fractional ownership is where instead of buying, a $200,000 investment property as an example, you might be able to buy a fraction of that, right? You might be able to put $1,000 towards that and you own a small percentage of that entire real estate property, if that makes sense. Tokenization allows you to, it gives you a very simple way to be able to do that. We've got the proprietary credit staking system, which is brand new. It's a world first, and it's absolutely amazing. We announced this just recently at a crypto convention, and everybody loved the credit staking system because it gives people direct savings and a way to obviously make money to buy real estate. Tokenized crowdfunding developments. This here is a direct solution for property developers that instead of going down traditional financing routes, right, and having to jump through 50 different hoops to get the money required to build their development, what they can do with tokenization is they can crowdfund the whole development. And of course, level 4 is an integrated DeFi yields layer. This is an absolute game changer, which I'm going to show you in 2 seconds. And what that does, it helps people generate more funds to save to get a deposit. And once again, that with the credit staking combines to give people what they need to get into a house easier. So how does it all work? Now, B4Real is primarily a platform-first innovation, not a token first innovation. What that means is we built this platform not to rely on a token, but for the platform to be self-sustaining with its own revenue channels, its own purpose, right? However, we have got a utility token that powers a platform. As you can see over here on the right, it's the B4RE, the Bear token, right? B4Real token. And of course, we've got the B4Real Credit token as well. Now, what does it do? The B4Real token gives buyers reduced interest rates when they lend through B4 Finance. It gives the listers, people selling their properties on our platform, up to 30% reduction in fees. People holding the B4Real token get early access to off-market opportunities that none of the general public would have access to. And of course, it unlocks our first of its kind staking and DeFi layer, which is a groundbreaking innovation that we've created. So let me unpack exactly what this looks like. This is our staking system. It's our proprietary staking system. It's a first of its kind, and it is all about DeFi, property, and integrating the two. So what's the big idea? The B4Real Credit Staking System works on two levels: to assist buyers in being able to afford to buy property, right, through our developer partners. And we've got some of the largest developers in Australia on our book with the most prestigious properties. So there's some amazing properties that people can buy in this system. So the first level is earning the B4Real credits. They're always worth $1 with our developers, and that gives you direct savings on a property purchase, right? The second level is the DeFi layer, decentralized finance, to assist in saving for a deposit. This is such a big innovation, right? This gives you the direct savings on a property, and then also a way to generate extra funds so that you save for a deposit much faster. This is game changing and amazing. So here's how it works, right, at the high level. So the thing that makes this all work is that we've got developer incentives, right? Now these are placeholder numbers here, just as an example. These figures are actually significantly larger, but this is just to wrap your head around the big idea. So let's say, right, we've got $250 million per month in properties being sold, and let's say we've just got 1% of that, right? That comes down and creates a rewards pool, right? Then there's you. If you've got the B4Real token, right? You've got the token, you're the token holder. What you do is you send your B4Real token and you receive the B4Real credits back. Effectively what it does, it looks like this. Token goes up to a staking contract. That contract there instructs the reward pool to produce the credit tokens over a period of time. Tokens come out the other side. They're worth $1. They come down to you, the token holder. Once again, staking means you're locking it up. It's kind of like a fixed term account, if you would. You chuck them in there, you leave them in for a while, and you earn an interest rate. So as a token holder, you can use those B4Real credits to purchase a property, right? You can use those as payment towards the property. Then let's say that circumstances change. You're not in the market right now to get a property, or just things change, right? And you want to sell some of your B4Real credits. What we've then got is a secondary market where you can take your B4Real credits that you've earned from staking and you can sell them on the secondary market at a discount for AUD or other cryptos. This is amazing, right? This is what creates the fluidity in the market. There's movement, there's two pathways out, and when the B4Real credits are spent with developers, they then get burnt, and what that does, that basically removes them from the entire ecosystem, right? It burns those tokens once they're spent. So let's take a look at the secondary market very quickly. So our secondary market that we're building is a peer-to-peer marketplace driven by supply and demand. All that means is it's a free market, right? In my opinion, the best kind of market. So let's pretend for a second that you've got Dave. Dave's been a busy boy. He's been staking his B4Real tokens for some time. As a result, he's earned himself 100,000 B4Real credits, right? So Dave was going to buy a property on the Gold Coast as an example, but things changed. He's moving to Saudi Arabia and he wants to turn those credits into cash. What he can do is he can list those tokens in the secondary market. Let's say he chucks them up there for 85 cents. Now let's say you've got Anne. She's been eyeing off a $1 million property through one of our developers, and she hears about this secondary market and she's like, you know what, geez, I can get some savings. She jumps on there, sees Dave's advertisement for 85 cents. She's a savvy buyer. She's like, you know what, I'm going to offer you 80 cents. If they both agree to that there, Dave would send the credits to Anne. Anne would send $80,000 to Dave, and boom, the transaction is complete. Anne gets a $20,000 saving, and Dave is $80,000 AUD richer, and he's happy obviously going up to Saudi Arabia. Both Anne and both Dave are very happy in this transaction, if that makes sense. Now, you might be thinking, geez, Todd, what happens if there's 5 Daves and 1 Anne? Well, in a free market, prices change. So in this case here, you might have Dave listing his tokens up there for 40 cents, right? Those B4Real credits. And Anne in this situation here might be just as savvy, just as much of a haggler, right? And she's like, I'm going to offer you 30 cents. Once again, if Dave's happy with that, Anne's happy with that, Dave would send the credits to Anne, Anne would send $30,000 to Dave, and this is where it gets very incredible. In this situation here, Anne has just saved herself $70,000. Dave has earned himself 30 grand just from locking up his B4Real tokens. He didn't pay for those credits. He staked, right? He was playing the long game. So both are happy, but this is where it gets cool and we get that organic growth. Anne now goes and tells all her friends, right, geez, I just saved $70,000 on my property purchase with this great thing called B4Real. Check it out. Next thing you know, you got 5 Anns, 1 Dave. What happens? Prices obviously start to change. What then happens is, it goes up. It naturally finds its own equilibrium point. That's how our secondary market works. And what happens is it eventually balances itself out. Very, very exciting. And once again, it allows for movement of those credits, keeping people not being stuck doing just one thing, i.e. buying property. Obviously, people's circumstances change. And that's what it does, right? So you get direct savings if you're going to buy with the credits straight away. Alternatively, if you have excess credits or you want to sell them because, things change, you've got the market there to do that as well. Exciting, exciting stuff. So now that is the credit system and the credit staking system and the secondary market. Now I want to quickly show you, because it is getting late in regards to how long this video has gone, is our advanced DeFi layer. Now, this is only possible due to our partnership that we've got with an organization called Gravity. Gravity is a decentralized exchange, and they've created something called Gravity Silos. Now, look, Gravity Silos, I definitely recommend checking them out. It is very cool, very intelligent systems that basically can automate any task that when it comes to decentralized finance, right? So if you are manually doing something, if you can think it, I liked it, right? This is what they say. They say with Gravity Silos, if you can think it, we can automate it. So you can basically create amazing automated strategies that work in the DeFi space, and the silo will do the whole thing for you, right? Absolutely amazing. It can literally check prices every 2 seconds. It's absolutely amazing. But anyway, so the high level of how a silo works is that you've got a user, let's say it's Dave. Dave chucks some of his crypto into the silo. The silo sends that crypto down to a lending platform that then sends capital back in the right format. That gets sent up to a staking platform, which then generates a yield. And those yields come out to you on the other end into your savings wallet, right? So you chuck crypto in, the silo does all the good stuff for you, and out the other side are your yields, right? Your return from participating in DeFi. Very, very cool. That's a high level look about how this works. Now let's take a look at how it works with us being B4Real. So this is the B4Real integration example. This is an advanced strategy that we are working on with them, and it is amazing, right? There's two levels to it. There's a standard version and an advanced version. I'll show you what these look like, right? So let's say you've got Dave. Dave has purchased $20,000 worth of our B4Real tokens, yeah? He sends that to the staking contract that I showed you 2 slides ago. And what that contract does, right, is it does one thing. Number one, it mints B4Real credits, which I already showed you, but it also sends XBear, which is just a different format of the original token, over to the Gravity Silo. And simultaneously, right, what's happening is Dave is receiving his B4Real credits via the rewards pool that I just showed you. And the Gravity Silo is now running its protocol, right? So it sends those B4Real tokens down to the lending platform, right? Lending platform returns, this is all an example, by the way, 10,000 DAI. DAI is just a stable token, back to the silo. It stays 200% collateralized, right? It's an over-collateralized loan. That then goes up into the staking platform, which receives a 10K worth of DAI. As an example, it's got a 24% APY. And here's where it gets cool, right? So Dave is earning his credits. The silo is running the yield generation process, right? yields come out the other side, right? Let's say, for example, it's $1,000. You've got an option, right, when you use our silo strategy. Number one, it can be a standard strategy where the yields go straight down into a savings wallet. Dave's staking his B4Real, getting his B4Real credits for direct saving. Now he's also getting yields to his saving wallet to add to the deposit, right? So what he needs for a deposit. Super cool stuff. Now, alternatively, an advanced strategy is building a property portfolio. Remember, we do tokenized fractionalized ownership. It's going to be live towards the end of the year, 2022. So what that means is that the silo can automatically take this yield, right? Invest it into a tokenized property portfolio. And now not only are you earning B4Real credits down here for direct savings, but plus you've got the silo generating you yields. Those yields are building you a property portfolio via tokenized assets. And this is where things get super exciting. Check this out. As you build a property portfolio, that portfolio can then start to generate you its own yields. So once again, now you've got your B4Real credits coming from the reward pool. You've got the silo generating you yields. Those yields are getting invested into a portfolio. That portfolio is now generating you yields as well. Check this out. The strategy will allow the silo to automatically invest the portfolio yields from your property portfolio back into the silo. Extra money goes to the lending platform. Extra money goes up into the staking platform. Next thing you know, you're generating even more yields. What this strategy does, it allows you to tap into the ninth wonder of the world, which is compounding returns. This is so exciting. This is groundbreaking. There is nothing like this in the world. And once again, for us, it's all about the end result. How do we get people into a home? How do we beat this problem with high prices? Well, this is our solution. So just to recap this, because I know that this is quite a mouthful, this is a summary of the staking system. So you got Dave. Dave, when he stakes his B4Real tokens, can earn B4Real credits that are always worth $1. They're used for direct savings. He can sell those tokens on the secondary market for AUD or other cryptos. He can do standard DeFi when it's live to generate a simple yield, or he can do advanced DeFi, which generates a yield from property plus the DeFi and reinvests it, which creates that amazing compounding returns. Cool stuff, right? Ultimately, the outcome is for Dave to purchase a property, whether that be a home for himself and his family or an investment property, whatever it is that Dave is obviously aiming to do. Now, just for context, the first level here, which is the B4Real credit in the secondary market. So the credit system and the secondary market system is estimated to be released in the next 4 to 6 weeks, which should be roughly around the end of August, start of September 2022. And then the advanced DeFi section, this should be live in the next 6 to 12 months. And it's very exciting stuff. So that's just a rough guideline in regards to when this will be live. Real quickly though, just to wrap this video up, let me quickly show you the traction that we've already got. So our platform in and of itself, the B4Real platform, so both parts of it, right, should be live towards the end of the year, 2022. But we've got some traction in advance, and that are our networks, our team, and our positioning. So we've got a superstar team here at B4Real. Obviously, we've got a great executive team. We've got people that have got extensive real estate experience, technical experience, you name it, we've got it. We've got a winning team here helping this project come to market. Not just that, we've got a large amount of commercial network. So these are just a few of our property developers that are on board, part of our partner network. We already have, by the way, over 25,000 listings per annum committed to our platform. That's listings that people can buy directly through the platform when it's live. We've got a large commercial network of real estate agencies as well. You may notice some of the names on the screen right now. And of course, we've got some great allied services as well, from legal through to accounting, through investment advisory. We've got some amazing, amazing partners that are helping us bring this vision to reality. Now, on top of that, we've also got some licenses which give us a unique position and a first mover advantage when it comes to compliance. So directly, we've got an independent remitter license, a digital currency exchange registered provider license, a securities broker's license, and a real estate agency license in all states in Australia. They're our direct license, directly on us as a company. Through our partners, we've got non-cash payment AFSL, securities license, and managed investment schemes AFSL. Once again, what this does is it gives us a unique advantage and strong positioning beyond anybody else in the market in regards to what we are doing. Now, we've also got a bit of traction with our overarching company as well. That being, B4Real is relatively young, but it's part of a group that has 30 years experience running one of the world's largest commercial trade platforms, 20 years experience in commercial and residential real estate, averaging close to $1 billion in brokered deals per annum just over the last 3 years, and over 20 years experience providing alternative lending solutions, facilitating typically non-AUD transactions involving digital currency lending. So, this isn't our first rodeo. We've got a lot of experience, a lot of networks, and a lot of partners that we bring to the table as we bring this to market. So, just as a quick summary to wrap this up, this has gone much longer than I hoped, but if you're still here, thank you so much. Let's quickly recap. So, what is B4Real, right? B4Real is a platform-first innovation that addresses two big problems. Number one, how to make crypto-centric real estate transactions simple and mainstream. I should have made mainstream bold. Number two, how to help more people to afford to enter the real estate market. That's very important to us in regards to our mission. So we do this with our intuitive platform for listers and buyers, and with the B4Real Credit Staking System that you just saw, which is the world's first system combining real-world savings with advanced DeFi protocols. So, next steps. We've got a whitelist. At the time of this recording, we've got a whitelist available that you can join to actually get some pretty cool bonuses when it comes to our credit staking system, which, as I said, will be live in the next 4 to 6 weeks towards the end of August, start of September 2022. So the benefits of joining the whitelist, which is basically means that you register your ERC20 wallet address with us, is we'll give you a higher APY for the first 12 months. All that you need to do to actually get this is go to the website on the screen right now. So b4real.digital/staking wait list. Register your name. You can chuck your phone number there. That's optional if you want to receive SMS notifications from us. And then chuck in your wallet address so we can whitelist that. That way, when you participate in staking, you'll get those larger returns. Anyway, thank you so much for staying with me this entire time. I hope this has been entertaining, one. Number two, educational. But number three, I hope you're as excited as we are, because this is going to change the game. It's going to make buying and selling real estate with crypto easy, and also help people afford to be able to build wealth in the form of actual cash, but also a real estate wealth portfolio, right? Owning your own home, building investment portfolios via tokenized, fractionalized ownership. This is game changing. Thank you so much for staying with me this entire time. Take care, and we'll hopefully speak to you soon. Bye-bye.